Alright, welcome to how to develop a school online course system. In this video, we'll be using a WhatsApp group and a YouTube channel for the online course preparation. Now, what is the WhatsApp group for and what is the YouTube channel for? The WhatsApp group system is more or less like a classroom where students gathered. Say for example, in a classroom of JSS1, we'll have students in JSS1. In a classroom of SS2, we have students in SS2. So let's get started here. We have the paid group and the general group. The paid group is for students who have paid school fees. The general group is for students who have not paid school fees. Now, how do we tend to actualize that, or how do we tend to segregate them? Take for example, if a school resumes, students will be allowed to come back to school, but at some point during the academic session, where there is a kind of drive of school fees, where students are sent out for school fees drive, you discover that only students that have paid school fees are allowed into the classroom. Now, here in the WhatsApp group, we have the general group and the paid group. When a child is allowed to join the general group, like for a start, when you are starting it, you can allow everybody or all the students to join the general group. Take for example the SS2 students, you can now allow all of them to join the general group. Now, when they join, at some point along the line, when they are required, maybe after first week or second week, when they are required to make school fees, make payment of school fees or make payment of courses, anybody that pays in SS2, anybody that pays in SS2 general, anybody that is in SS2 general group that makes payment will move the person to SS2 paid group. Okay, here is SS2 paid group here. Here is SS2 paid group. So when somebody here makes payment of school fees, the person is automatically moved to SS2 paid group. Okay, that's how it works. When somebody in JSS1 general group makes payment, the person is moved to JSS1 paid group. When somebody in Basic 5 makes payment, the person is moved to Basic 5 paid group. Now, leaving those who have not made payments in this general group, at some point after the first week and second week of resumption, or after the first week and second week, you can decide to not share any other information on this general group, but instead on the paid group. Now, what do I mean by that? Take for example, after you must have created your course. Okay, this is a YouTube channel here. Take for example, you want your students to come and learn this course on YouTube. You can come here, copy the link. You want the link of the video you want them to learn. After the video must have been prepared and uploaded to YouTube, I'll come back to YouTube, so don't worry about that. So you can come back here and to the paid group. Okay, firstly, if for the first week everybody's in the general group, this is where informations will be dropped. You can paste it, then drop it here. You can say use this link to watch, use this link to watch your new course, or let's say English. So meaning that the students are expected to click the link to enable them go over to the YouTube channel where they can watch the English course thereabouts. But mind you, this course here is not open. That is not like it's not a public video where anybody can search it up on YouTube. On YouTube, we have something like we have private videos and public videos. So this is kind of a private video. So it is only those that have the link that can have access to this video. I'll come back to YouTube anyway. So this is how you drop the information on the general group. So at some point where you feel that the free group have expired after the first week and second week, when you may require your student to make payment of school fees, you can decide to stop sending information on the free group here. Now, only those who have paid on this paid group can now receive information. So what you now do is you tell them that informations will no longer be sent on this page, on this general group, which is basic 1. Watch my cursor. This is basic 5. So you can now stop sending information on basic 5. Now begin to send information to basic 5 paid group, meaning only those who have paid can have access. That's the people you will add to this paid group. So I don't know if that's clear to you, but just notice that for the first 2 weeks of resumption, the general group is for everybody. Anybody can be added. Then after the first week, after the second week, depending on when you might require them to start making school fees payments, anybody who pays is being added to the paid group. Now after a while, you now stop sending information to the general group and restrict only the paid group. That's where you'll be sending your information, the link for the courses and the link for whatever you want to send to them. So anybody who pays from the general group is being transferred to the paid group. The general group is more or less like a general group where any student can come in, but on the paid group, only those who have paid can come into this group or can be added into this group. So for the general group, you can send out the link so that anybody can join. You can send out the link to your students on WhatsApp or their guides. You can send them out to them on WhatsApp or as a message. Then for the paid group, you have to add them by yourself, because if you send out the link for joining, the WhatsApp group link for joining, anybody can join. So to be on the safer side, you just have to do the adding yourself. So the link will not be public. So that's the reason for the WhatsApp group. Now let's come over to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is where the courses are uploaded. So the school is expected to have a YouTube account. Now on YouTube, we have private videos and we have public videos. This video here is an example of a private video. Watch my cursor. You can see where I have unlisted video here under the name, meaning that the video is not listed in any, you can't find it on YouTube by searching for the name. So let's see what we are looking at here. So I think I just copied the name of this video here. I copy it. So let me go over to the search bar here. Let me go over to the search bar, then paste it. All right, now let's go ahead and paste the name. Now remember, this is the name of the video here. So we'll come to a YouTube channel, the YouTube, and paste it here to know if we can actually get to find it, like if somebody can actually publicly find the video on YouTube here. So let's do a search here. So this is the name of the video. So let's hit our search button here. So here is it. So here is the same thing we are looking out for here: how to integrate your autoresponder to your school speech. That is the same video we have here. How to integrate, look at it here, how to integrate your autoresponder in your school speech. Now we can see that after the search I ran here, I can't find the video because it is what? A private video. Now while creating your courses for your students, we're going to make them to be a private video. In other words, they can't be found on YouTube when somebody goes to search for them. So we'll kind of hide the video. So only those who have the link to the video, the link I dropped here previously when we started. Now this is the link to the video here. Here's the link. So if I click on this link now, it will directly take me to that particular video. So it has taken me to that particular video of how to integrate an autoresponder to
Welcome to video 5 of the list builder
you can see
module.
it is playing.
In this part, I'm going to show you
that
how
is
to
how
set
we're
up
going to do it. So let me just pause it and go back to what we are here. So but just know that the YouTube channel will enable make your videos to be private so that nobody can have access to them. No, next we're looking at how to create our online courses. Okay, in preparing the online courses for your students, you will require one, a screen recorder. A A screen recorder is actually a software to be installed on the laptop, used to record the screen of your laptop while you do presentation. Take for example, if I'm to do a presentation on PowerPoint or Excel, okay, this is a presentation on PowerPoint here. So a screen recorder was actually used to do the recording of this presentation, of this course on. So that's what a screen recorder is used for. Then the other one we need here is a tablet. A tablet is more or less like a pen or a laptop tablet that can be used to write calculations or write something on a laptop. Instead of using your cursor to start writing, you can get a tablet. Let me play this
around the screen. We are not going to use it as a mouse, so I will show you how to use this to start writing on the screen. Each area here map on the specific area on the screen. If I touch this corner, yeah, the pen appears there. So if I touch the other corner, you see, it goes there. Let's touch the center.
This is what the tablet is used for.
We're not going to use this device in Microsoft Paint, but I just give you some examples how it works.
Take for example, if we want to write mathematics, we can use a tablet to write mathematics. Okay, so instead of using your cursor to come and start
this pen, by the way, is not battery powered, so you don't need to charge it. And we have a USB receiver.
So in some cases, the teacher or the presenter might require to solve some calculations. So it is with the help of a tablet that he can be able to do that freely or easily without any stress. Alright, you can see it over here. With the help of a tablet, that was what was used to write on the screen of this.
I already have notebooks here on the left hand side, and you can see there are some levels of organization here. At the very top level, I create notebook for each classroom. Then I create sections. This is my classroom board. So
let's see how we can use this to write or solve a mathematical solution.
So look at these pens. I have pens for each color. I have highlighters, and if your computer is connected to the internet, yeah, it gives you special pens like this. So let's write something here. Yeah. Or you can highlight your notes. Oh, there are some special tools here.
Alright, so that's how to use a tablet to enable us write something on our screen. Okay, we can just go to Google and type graphics tablet to actually see what we are talking about here for elaboration sake. So here is it, graphic tablet, on a search on Google. So look at it. They are used in kind of to write on your system. So when you get this device, to enable you or to enable the presenter or your teachers do calculations, mathematical calculations for some courses that might not be easy or that might not be necessarily used for typing. So this graphics tablet will enable the presenter write on the screen for easy presentation. So I said earlier here what we needed was a screen recorder, a graphic tablet, and a camera. So let's talk about the camera. The camera on the other side could be used to record, just like you can use your phone camera, you can get a video camera, whichever one. But the use of the camera here is to enable you record live. Take for example, when it comes to a practical class, you can actually use your phone camera to do the recording. Okay, so that is what we have here. We have a screen recorder, which I told you is a software. We have the camera, which is used for recording, let's say a practical or a live class. Then we have the graphics tablet, which is used for writing. Then during the presentation, he or she can decide to use PowerPoint. This is a course presented using PowerPoint presentation. So as you can see here, the course was presented using a PowerPoint presentation. But when it has to do with some courses that cannot be typed as such as this here, that is where we will need a graphics tablet to do the presentation, which is what I'm showing you here. Here we're going to talk about the online examination or assessments or online tests. Now this is a school, Springfield International School. Yeah, this is the online test. For the sake of this presentation, we are going to use Google Form to do the examination or assessment. So here is it. We have the Springfield International School second term examination. Now note that before someone can actually access this examination or this form or this exam, the person needs to be logged in using a Gmail account. Okay, so I was the one that included this here, the email address, so that the answers can be sent back to the person. The form is customized in such a way that after the examination or after the test, the score, the results will be sent to the email address provided here. Now I also included the full name so that the students can be able to include his or her name. I also included the class, so it can be easier for you to identify the class of the student. Now this is more or less like a general question. I was not specific in any subject. I have here what is a noun, so the students can come here and type a noun is. So the student can come here and type what the answer is. This is for theory writing. We also have multiple choice here. Which of this is not a noun? The students can come here and select the answer. So we also have write a handwritten essay on coronavirus and upload it as an attachment. So after writing it like in paper or in hand, the student can use a foolscap sheet, write it with his or her pen, then snap it or scan and send, then come to here to attach the file. Okay, so this is more or less like an attachment, okay, from the device here. So I did it in such a way that the student can write with the pen, with his or her pen, and attach the answer as an attachment. Then I have here this or another one, preventions of coronavirus. Then I have here in form of a date. This is another format of the test or the form. This one comes in form of a date. So when was coronavirus discovered? The student can come here and type the date. Then this is another one for mathematical expressions, that's mathematics. Take for example, when it says solve this equation and upload your solution. So the students can go offline and solve the solution to this question, then upload his or her answer as an attachment to enable the teacher to grade him or her. So after which you can say send me, the student can decide to tick this, send me a copy of my response. That's all the answers, all the questions that was answered by the students can be sent to his or her email address provided above here. So that's actually the process or the nature of the online form or online examination. Now after the examination, after the test, the student gets the feedback. The student gets the results sent to him or her to the email provided here. So the grade it's possible the grade will be sent to the student's email address after the whole examination. Then this form can also be timed. Let's say we want to start the form by, let's say, 4:30 and end it by 6:30 or 5:30. So once it is 5:30, the form can no longer be opened. So you can either activate the form or deactivate it. You tell your students the examination is going to last for 2 hours. The time starts by 4:30. So once it's 4:30, the form is activated. Once it's 5 or 6:30, as the case may be, the form is deactivated. So once it's deactivated, nobody can have access to the form. So next, let's look at the online school fees payments here. Now we're going to use PayStar. So this is Springfield International School SS1 third term school fees. So the students, the guardian can actually come online to make the payments. here. I will show you how to do that. Then let's go to the WhatsApp group and see the link. Okay, this is the link for the online payment of school fees here. Now after we must have created this for you, it's going to come like this with your school logo and the class it is meant for. So if the school fees for SS1 differs from the school fees from JSS1, so a different link will be created as well. So that is it. But this is specifically for SS1. Take for example, the SS1 student want to make school fees payments. You can send in this link to SS1 class for those of them that want to make payment of school fees. So once they click on this link to make payments online, it takes them to here. Say Springfield International School SS1 third term school fees. So let's assume their school fees is 15,000. At this point, they can't click on the amount. It's made in such a way that the person is expected to pay 15,000. But whereby you want the person to pay, let's say, instrumentally or thereabouts, you can customize or create another amount that the person will use to pay instrumentally. But we can actually make it possible for them to edit this here. So this is let me open it where they can edit it. Alright, so this is the open one where the parent or the guardian can actually come here. Let's say the parent wants to pay 5,000. So the parent comes here and enters 5,000, which is what's different from the one we showed you earlier here. Here it is customized 15,000, but here it is open, it is editable and typeable. So that's the difference between the two of them, whichever it is possible for the online payment. So you can see we've solved the issue of the online classes and the online video for the courses. Then secondly, we've solved the issue of the online payments. Then thirdly, we've solved the issue of the online assessments, online examination, and that is what we'll have here. All right. Then in addition to the online payments, which that's what every one of us know, if the parent or the guardian are not used to making payment online, you can actually come in and come to the WhatsApp group, chat them up and send them your account details for making of transfer payment. So once a child pays school fees here, it's being transferred to the paid group. A child or a parent from here that makes payment for the child will not be transferred. If a child in JSS1 makes payment, it will be transferred to the paid group of JSS1. So in the same manner for the online payments, it could be customized in such a way that once the payment is being made online, after the payment has been successful, automatically the students or the parents will be redirected to this WhatsApp group where they will be added automatically. Is customized, is being automated in such a way that once your payment is successful from this page, you are being added to this page here. Okay, so that is it for the online payments. All right, back to the online video courses on YouTube. Let's look at how the teacher can actually come here and drop some comments or drop a written note for the students to read. Now I'm going to take you over to an English course online here so you can see how we can actualize that. All right, here you see this is an English course online. Now over here beneath the video you can see write-ups. So take for example the teacher wants to drop a written note for whoever that will view the course. So the teacher can actually come beneath here and type whatever he or she wants to type for the students to read. Now you can see beneath it we have comments on this particular videos. So take for example your students want to comment or want to ask a question over the internet, over the course they were learning. So they can actually come here and type their questions, type the questions of what they don't understand. Now it is the duty of the teacher to come check the YouTube channel or the video courses to know if there is anywhere he or she can answer a question or can reply to the question. So there is provision for written notes here, which is what we have here. A written note can be added here. Then there's provision for questions and answer. Then if possible, we can actually drop a link this is a link. Maybe there's an ebook, more or less like a PDF file or an ebook the teacher wants the students to come and view or come and see it. So the teacher can actually drop the video or the link to the online courses here, so that the students can come over here and click on the link and they go over to download. Once they click on the link, they can now go over to download the ebook online. So that is it for the online courses once again. All right, thank you. If you have a question, you can send me a message on